Hi friends, this is my first video on scenario based interview questions for Salesforce developers. So please like and subscribe the channel if this video will be helpful for you. So my first topic is Salesforce trigger. So mostly in every interview we are facing different type of scenario based questions. So because our topic is Salesforce trigger, so I'll talk only related to Salesforce trigger scenario. So my first basic scenario based question is write a trigger to count number of contacts associated with account and store that count in a custom field in account object. So here suppose we have one account A, and in that account, suppose account is A. In that account, suppose we are creating one contact C. So in that case, in account object A, suppose there is like number of contact contact is suppose one field, so there it should update like 1. Suppose we are creating another contact C1, at that time in that account object that number of contacts should be updated as 2. If we are creating another contact, suppose that is C2, in that time we should update that number of contact field should be 3. And suppose if we are deleting that, then we should update that number of contacts, it should be like 2. So I'll show the demo for this one. So first thing, like in Salesforce org, we need to log it and then we need to open the developer console. So because I already logged in and I open the developer console here and I written the code also. So see, mostly because here we are writing trigger on contact, because whenever contact is getting created, then we need to update the account object. So here we'll go into the after context. So we need to write the basic things like when it should update, so we need to follow the best practice as well. So I have written the simple way, like just in after context I checked here, and if we are inserting, updating and or deleting, so in that time I written here like one trigger handler contact controller, and in that one I mention one method. So there we are passing like trigger.new and trigger.old. So mostly trigger.new and trigger.old when we are using, like to compare the older and newer version of value of that field on a record level and perform the required business logic accordingly. So I pass the trigger.new and trigger.old into that method count related context. So I already opened that contact controller, and I written that logic here. So because we are passing the trigger.new, so that will come into the list as a list, and here because we need to write logic into bulky 5, because we should follow the best practice as well. So in that way I return, and trigger.old I mention into that old list, and then here I declare one set, because suppose in old context or new context whatever account will come, so I want to store create one set, because I use set here. Suppose if there is any duplicate value, then it will remove it, because suppose if I create a list, so list can store any duplicate as well, but set will remove the duplicacy. So I declare one set variable here, and based on the new list and old list I fetch the account for that contact. So suppose in case of contact list, like here you can see like I iterated this list, and after iteration I just check here if for this contact have account id. If that is not null, then just store that account id into this set. Similar way for the old list as well. And once we'll get the account id, then just we need to fetch from the account. So on line number 18 I fetch the list of account here. So and here like list account and then select id comma number of contact. This is the custom field which I created in account, which will store the number of count. So based on this query we'll receive the list of account here. So and then we iterated that again that list, and we store the contact size into this it is working into the UI. So suppose this is one account, account A, and this account have currently three contact. Okay, so in this account, if you see here, number of contact field is available is 3. Okay, so I'll create another contact and we'll see if that field value is increasing or not. Contact C4, just for time being I am giving. Okay, so once other details also we can submit, but for the time being just I'm giving the last name, that's all, and I'm saving it. So now you can see here 4 contact is there, so we created another one. So if we'll go into that particular field and we'll see, then number of contact is 4, means it got increased. So suppose if we'll delete any particular contact, so I will delete this contact too, and let's see. So here now we deleted, previously it was 4, so now for this account there is only 3. So for this, because we just deleted it, so we need to refresh it. Once we refresh it, then we'll see there number of contact is 3. So you can see here number of contact is 3. So that's all in this video. So we written the trigger for this scenario, like count the number of record, number of contact associated with account, and store that count into a custom field in account object. So this was the short video. If you want this code, then you can just comment in the description. That's all. Thank you for watching this video.